What's up, hackers? Welcome to Chill Code. My name is Taggart. I know that the countdown wasn't totally finished, but it's 5 o'clock by my dial. So, welcome back, everyone. I missed all of you. I had a nice 2 weeks off, but I'm really happy to be back at it. Happy to be hacking along with all of you. And tonight we have a lot of cool work that we're going to be doing. So, to get started, we're going to be going after Mastodon. Now, as some of you probably know, I have kind of made the main migration over to using Mastodon as my primary social media platform, and that's for a lot of reasons that are personal to me. I feel like, in principle, I don't feel like supporting that guy and giving him any of my money or of my labor or of my content. And so, I've always been a believer in the architecture of federated and decentralized internet services. So I'm excited to see it get some attention. I am invested in its success, but that doesn't mean that we don't take a critical eye to the technology. And so what I want to do tonight is go through what it takes to spin up a Mastodon server and communicate using ActivityPub, which is the protocol that it's built on. And once we have one of these servers spun up in our lab, what does it look like under the hood, and what happens when we pressure test it a little bit with the web app testing methodology that we've been using on this stream for some time, and that is written out in PWST. So that is the plan for tonight. So to get started, of course, let's kind of remember how everything is set up, and some of this is brand new. Let me switch this to something a little bit less lyrical. There we go. So let's remember how things are set up. And I, in fact, had to rebuild the entire virtualization lab over the weekend because the storage disks that the lab was built on came with the server when I bought it. And I have no idea how old they were, but they were starting to fail. And I would boot it back up, and I would get the grub prompt. I wouldn't get Proxmox. So I went and got two new terabyte SSDs and rated them up. And so that's going to be our primary platform now. So I had to reinstall everything. So if we head over to Starbase, it looks similar, but there's a lot less going on here. So we have the router that's still OPN Sense or OpenSense. We still have the jump box, which is what we're actually on right now, making all these moves. And the sock, the elk stack is up. It's not doing anything because we don't have anything connected to it right now. We could, but, and we have some templates, and the templates are where we're going to live for the moment. So, and we have the Kali machine as well, which is up over here, just waiting for us to do something with it. We have Zap ready to go, and we have our pen testing profile just waiting for a target. So our first order of business is going to be to spin up the Mastodon server. I haven't done this yet, so I'm curious to see how it goes. Okay. I'm not sure why the Kali machine just... Maybe it went to sleep. Our jump box is still good, though, right? Yeah, jump box is still good. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is get this installed. Now, there are a lot of good bits of documentation on how to do this. The first thing, of course, is we'll start at the GitHub repo for Mastodon. And right off the bat, I see that there's a Docker file, but more importantly, frankly, for what we're going to do, is there's a Docker Compose file. And so this is, I think, going to be how we really do this, is launch this with Docker Compose. We have the Elastic Stack service commented out. I think I'm going to put that back in, though, when we do this, and I'll tell you why. It's because the Elastic Stack, as far as I understand it, is how the text search works on a Mastodon instance. And so without this, you can't do that at all. And that's definitely something that I would expect to... It's a user input, right? So it's something I would expect to maybe have a vulnerability in it. But this does give you a good idea as to what the moving parts are with Mastodon, right? So obviously we have a database. It's Postgres. We have Redis for our caching